rather than our midterm ambition, Isaac 2025 and roadmap and goals. So this is where we're starting. This is everything begins, and everything that we are going to talk from here onwards are absolutely connected to this one. So let me open the chat and okay. Exile, no prayer, please. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. So if you thought like it will be only me who's delivering session, no, you're wrong. We have a special guest joining with us to deliver this session as well, and which is Ellie from the sharing team. She will be joining with me to deliver this session, and she'll be helping me as well. So yeah, that's cool. Let me see if the host can. Oh, I'm co-host. Okay, let me pin myself and let me pin Ali. Where's Ali? Okay, I found her. Cool. Okay, cool. So before we start, let's do a small check-in. Small check-in for the space. I want to know how we are checking into the space. So whether you are relaxed and happy, or whether you are stressed, scattered or anxious, whether you're thinking about other things, or whether there are a million things going on, or you feel content, or if you have anything else other, you can put it here. So if you're actually using, you can actually use the emojis. If you're using MacBook, you can actually use Control, Command, and space. Will give you the emoji, but Windows, I really don't know. I'm sorry. Nice. So you can put it in the chat, like how you're feeling. And also you can use the new reacts. I think the reacts are also there. How you're feeling right now, how you're checking into the space. Nice. We have Smile, winking, cool. Suhei is relaxed and happy. Fun is relaxed and happy. Okay. So we have Vincent. I don't know, either it's like you're using the stressed one, or either you're using like actually the P one. Like, so I'm just struggling to find out that. And I mean, other people also should be aware to use it. I really don't know, but maybe there should be a place you can copy paste and to the chat. Michael is dead. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Okay, don't die. Oh wow. Okay. This is, sorry, Tony. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Cool. Hope everyone is can focus for this session, and maybe if you have something going on outside, and maybe something, the chaos is happening in if you're in the MC house, if you're sitting on a desk and there's a crisis going on in front of you, just try to forget about it and focus on this session so that we can go through this 1.5 hours, and this will definitely help you to go through the next sessions that are going to come up in the next 2-3 days as well. Okay, I'm sorting through my lenses. Okay, cool. So objective of this space, we have 3 main objectives. So we want to talk about the share with your peers, like your MCPs, about the future of your Isaac entities, and how do you see as MCPs, like what do you think that's going to happen. And then based on that, we have a kind of conversation in the beginning. And then next part is, of course, understand the current state of your entity and Isaac 2025. We talk about Isaac 2025, what are the goals, what are the goals, matrices, and everything that we have at this point right now, and how it's look like, as well as we talk about the roadmap projects. Of course, the roadmap is the one that we are leading to Isaac 2025, and we talk about roadmap project and roadmap project updates. Nice. So if you have any questions in the middle, so I think we have a little bit of buffer in this session, so we try to do more discussion in the beginning. And if you have any questions in the middle, you can, I'm going to give you this link, ice.ec rpm rfs questions. So this is same like TLC questions that you had, but this one also you can submit any questions that you have, and this will be all the answers will be in RPM RFS answers. So I'm gonna thank you, Pryo. So yeah, these questions we will centralize into one place. So because all the regions are going through the same sessions, and maybe you can see like what are the questions that other people have asked. Like I think we are the ones that we're starting first. So maybe like others have not delivered this session yet. So don't get excited about it, but like maybe you can ask your questions and we'll reply in this thread. So yeah, one thing is you can directly ask questions from AI members if you want. And then from that, they will also come down and they will give answers for this. So yeah, a little bit of context before we starting, and then this is what we're going to talk about the place in this session. Are you guys clear? Good to go. Nice. Okay. Amazing. So yeah, as always, like we start from so we have two parts in the organization right now, this progress and essence. So essence is of course, okay, let me close this stuff. Like I have too many things in my screen. Yeah, so we have the Isaac way, essence that is guiding us and which gives us like North Star, or like we are guiding the overall organization. And then how we measure that progress is through our midterm ambition. So this is what we talk about in every midterm ambition when we set it. And we have the overall vision and everything that we want to achieve. And we use the midterm ambition as a path or milestone for us to reach to the vision that we want to achieve. So in this session, we are going to talk about ISAC 2025, which is our midterm direction, midterm ambition that we have right now as in the organization. And talking about ISAC 2025, these are the main elements in ISAC 2025. If you get the chance to, if this is your first ISAC 2025 session, I hope not. So maybe you can ask more questions and we can clarify, that's also fine. And then you get the chance to, if you get the chance to listen in TLC or any other touch point, maybe you have some kind of idea about ISAC 2025. Maybe you actually provide your insight, collaborated in terms of building this. And then if yes, then that's really nice. So your input might be reflected in here as well. So in the way, so main elements that we have in ISAC 25, which is ISAC way, of course, that this is where we want to drive, which is where we want to achieve at the end of the day. And then we have ISAC, the business model that which allows us to run our operations, that allows us to give us and maintain our sustainability, or like define our operations that we look like right now. And then we have ISAC 2025 statements. So we have 3 statements for ISAC 2025. So that is the main 3 areas that we have. And along the same way, we have ISAC 2025 culture, which is that one thing that we realized from the last midterm ambition, which is ISAC 2020, is that it's not necessarily, it should reflect on the behaviors of the organization. That's why the culture element comes in, because culture is the one that drives the organization behavior. And the statements of the midterm ambition that we want to achieve should reflect on the overall culture of the organization. So that's why the culture and statements that we have hand in hand together in the ISAC 2025. In order for us to understand whether we are actually achieving these goals or not, we have the metrics. So these are the ones that we track. These are the ones that allows us to see whether we are actually in the right direction of achieving ISAC 2025 statements. And metrics are represented through the are represented by the roadmap. And inside the roadmaps, we have the portfolio and roadmaps and portfolio. Like these are the ones that actually drives us to achieve the metrics that we want to achieve. So roadmap projects, they are like main key elements in the roadmap. And then we have the projects that we try to achieve. In each year, we define what are the projects that we want to do so that we can achieve the roadmap targets or roadmap goals. Cool. So we have the questions. Let me see if there's any questions here. No questions. Wait, what happened? Oh, okay. So it's not published yet. I'll quickly check it in next part when you go for the breakouts. Cool. So before we move forward, and here, like you can see like a little bit of description in here. We talk about direction, aspiration of direction, and what the organization would look like to achieve in the midterm future. So metrics and goals are strategically set objectives that outline expected result for each area of the midterm direction. So we have strategies inside that define the specific course of action that will take you from where you are now to where you want to be. And then we have portfolio, the collection of all the products and services offered by the organization. And then we have the culture, expression of our goals through values and beliefs, which aims to guide activity through the shared assumptions, and group norms. So this is basically what we shape by the behaviors of the organization that will allow us to achieve the goals that we want to achieve. Are you guys clear about this part? So elements and what are the parts inside ASAC 2025 that we have? And if you're not clear, maybe you can ask questions. It's also fine. Or you can tell you're clear. Afwan said thumbs up. I think you have heard about this in IPM, TLC for sure. If you were elected back then, if not, welcome to the space and congratulations. And then let's move forward with this. I think in the chat, clear, G. Okay, cool. Thank you guys for the response. Thank you guys for participating, engaging in the session. So in here, we talk mostly about metrics and goals and strategy. So this is one of the objective of this space, which is to cover this part so that you have clear understanding about what are we doing in this term. And you as the MCPs will know what is your contribution going to look like for the ASAC 2025 and for the roadmap. So this is the main part that we want to cover in this space. Amazing. So before we do anything else, I want you guys to forget about everything. I want you guys to focus on this session, as well as, especially when I say forget about everything, we are going to travel forward in the time, which means that you have to forget about your person. Everything that happening around you, all the chaos, all the problems that you're facing, the current context with the COVID or anything, like, just don't think about this for this moment right now. So we are going to think about the future, because ASAC 25, of course, like, it's going to redefine our future, and this is what we are striving to achieve. Cool. So what we're going to do is we are going to do a little bit of reflection. We are going to do a little bit of discussion regarding these elements, and we'll get the chance to get to that. So we do ASAC 25 dream. So we're going to talk about how the organization will look like by 2025 after we achieve all these goals. So rules for this next phase are simple. We don't talk about the present, only about the future. Don't think about the present. Don't think about what is happening right now. Like all the problems that you're facing, just forget about it and try to focus on the future in an ideal scenario. Actively listen and respect for others' opinions. You get the chance to talk to each other, MCPs, share your ideas with each other in the next space, in the breakouts, and then make sure that you're actively listening and respecting each other's opinions. There's no right or wrong answers. It's your opinion, so you can share anything that comes to your mind. It's completely okay, like no one's here to judge you. Please make sure that you listen to them carefully and respect their ideas and opinions as well. Cool, are you guys clear? Amazing. Okay, let's move forward. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about, so these are the three statements that we have in ASAC 25. We have empowering youth leaders, we have building long-lasting ASAC, and we have developing purposeful partnerships. So in here, like, I'll talk a little bit about the statement, then I'll ask you a couple of questions, then you can go to breakouts and you can share with MCPs with your ideas. Okay, the first part is empowering youth leaders and empowering youth leaders. So this is our first statement. So what does it mean? So leadership is at the core for everything we do, because yeah, that's why we stand, and that's the whole purpose of the organization. And what we want to achieve is by 2025, as experiences have distinctive qualities and their impact is measurable, our leadership development model empowers more young people to become leaders, creating a community that continues to drive positive impact. So a couple of things that I want to highlight in here. Let me try to see if I can annotate in here. So, okay, so we have distinctive qualities and we have impact is measurable, and leadership development model empowers more young people to become leaders, more young people to become leaders, and we have creating community that contributes to positive impact. So these are the keywords that I wanted to focus on in this statement. You see, this is it talks about how the products can be different, as well as how it can be unique from the things that out there, like not except for ASAC, on what are the uniqueness that we can provide from our products. And we talk about how we can measure our impact that we're creating through the product, especially when it comes to leadership. This is one of the challenges that we have been facing, how you measure the leaders that we create, or how we measure the leadership that we are creating. So that is also something that we have. We have our leadership model empowers more young people to become leaders. So which means we talk about expansion, we talk about the growth, we talk about like more people engaging with the organization. We have creating community that continues to drive positive impact. It's not only about we provide impact and we let them go, but it's also talk about the fact that how we can create more communities that can take this positive impact forward. So these are the couple of things that I want to highlight from this statement. Okay. So moving forward, my two questions are for you is that how does your entity look like when this statement is achieved? Think about like all the things that I mentioned right now. So think about like the leadership statement. Empowering youth leaders. So leadership is at core of everything we do, and we want to make sure that we provide a good products, good services for the youth. We want to make sure that the leadership development is measurable. We want to make sure that the more people are engaging. We want to make sure that there are communities out there working toward it. How does your entity look like when this statement is achieved? Imagine like by 2025, we will be able to fulfill this, and how does it look like for your entity? That's my first question. Second question is, what type of things would the members and customers feel when being in ISAC? So what are the things that your membership as one of the stakeholder of the organization, and then other one is the customers, how would they feel when being in ISAC after this statement is achieved, or what do you want them to feel? So these are my two questions for you. Let me take a screenshot of this question and put into the chat. Okay. And this is our MCP chat. Yeah. So I'll give you a chance. Sorry. That was not expected. Okay, so I'll give you a chance to share your ideas with each other with the MCPs. So I'll send you guys to breakout room. This will not be in your tribes. This will be random breakout rooms. Okay, cool. So Yueta, can you help me with the breakout rooms? You have around 6 minutes. You can go ahead and you can share your ideas, and then you can come back.
All right. So opening breakout room in 3, 2, 1.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep, guys, you can start joining your breakout room. See you guys in 6 minutes.
Yueta, you can pause the recording.